Hi class, my name is Yolanda Johnson. Nice to meet you all. I was so glad to see all of your technique demonstrations. They were so influential in me choosing to do a technique demonstration on this particular technique. Um, I wanted to do a technique that is beneficial to a lot of people that we all can use because we face traumatic experiences possibly on a daily basis. And this technique helps with anxiety. It helps with those that have been through trauma that are coming to therapy to kind of help find coping skills to deal with those traumas. And the technique that I am going to be doing today is called grounding. So to define grounding, it's basically what it is. It's like an anchor. It's to help the client to ground their emotions into an awareness. It's to help them develop their emotions through understanding their senses. It kind of helps them not disassociate. It helps them not to spaz out, space out, or shut down during therapy by being in tune with their physical feelings, their sense of taste, touch, smell. All of those things help to negate our emotions from what we're emotionally feeling to how our senses are being triggered. So it kind of takes us away from that specific anxiety or that specific trauma that we're feeling at that moment. So grounding is very beneficial for a wide range of um, negative emotion behaviors. The Fitzy spinners, counting colors, all of those techniques are somewhat similar to what grounding is. It's basically taking you away from that mental and getting you to be in tune with your environment of that physical aspect so that you'll be more in tune to open up. So my first demonstration for grounding is just clapping your hands and just really listening to the clap and how that clap kind of redirects your thoughts into a positive grounding association. It takes you away from what you may be negatively thinking about and to just really focusing on that specific clap. And I know that this may sound very minor or minute, but to be honest, the small physical things has a big impact on our emotions at that particular moment. And it kind of helps take us away from those negative experiences that we could be facing, along with those anxiety. Another one that is important, along with the clap, which is that sense of hearing and that understanding that clap, how it takes us away, is touch. Sometimes I do this unknowingly as a way to kind of like really negate myself and really process what I'm feeling. I may rub my hands together. That's why I always keep like a nice lotion around, because just rubbing your hands together kind of makes you think of that sensation of that softness, and it takes your mind away from any negative feelings that you may have at the particular moment. So that's two. Another one is your sense of smell. Smells are very beneficial and it's very triggering to our emotions. Smells like lavender, citrus, peppermint, all of those smells takes us away from any negative experiences. So when we're interviewing clients that may not be willing to come to therapy, a lot of our clients are coming to therapy because they're forced or they have to. So we want to kind of take that aspect out of it, that can influence them to disassociate, with getting them in tune to the environment. And some ways to do that is through grounding, through smell. Um, Getting them in tune with how does that smell make you feel. And a lot of these techniques can be subliminal. So when you have your office and you have different things around, they can be for a purpose. Like with rubbing my hands together, a lot of people have the rocks the warm rocks that they use, and they just rub them in their hands because it takes their emotions or those negative anxieties away from that particular moment to get them grounded in a different sense of feeling. Another one, this may not be beneficial for a lot of people that battle with eating disorders, but I will tell you that the sense of taste is a huge impact, or it has an effect on the way we feel. So taste from having a cup of coffee, drinking some tea, a peppermint, kind of takes your mind off of what you're feeling into how that taste translates into our emotions. So sometimes having a cup of tea can help you just sit there and process your feelings to help get grounded on what are your next steps. And these grounding techniques are open doors for us as clinicians to kind of help people think of those coping skills. How do you cope when you're feeling this way, or when you're having those traumatic experiences? What are you going to do, or how do you feel, or what works for you? A lot of these techniques may not work for some people, but for others they may be very beneficial. I can say the majority do work. Another technique that's part of grounding is our sense of hearing. Along with the clap that I demonstrated, sometimes it's good to like put a very low classical music on, because it takes the patient or the client's mind away from any negative experiences that they may have had. So I hope that these techniques are beneficial for you. They definitely are beneficial for me. Like I said, they may be very minor or very small, but the small things I'm noticing in my field placement, as far as therapy goes, has a big, huge impact. The smaller things to me have a bigger impact. It's almost subliminal than the open-ended questions, or the things that the client can tell you. It's the hidden gems, or the things that the client don't say, or the way that the office makes the client feel, that has a huge impact on how that client opens up to you. So I hope this was beneficial for you. Thank you for watching my video. I look forward to seeing the rest of your videos, and enjoy the rest of your summer.